The man Jesus brought back to life in today's gospel was thought to be in his mid to late 20s. The young man must have been gone for a while as Jesus met the funeral procession on way to his gravesite. We have to ask why Jesus took pity on this individual and brought him back. Josh Baskin also left his home, but in a different way and for a different reason. In the 1988 movie Big, Josh was a 12-year-old boy who felt almost invisible. There was a girl a bit older than he had a crush on. But when he tried to impress her one night at the amusement park by getting onto an adult ride, he found he was too short for the ride, and she turned away to be with a boy much taller and somewhat older than he. Josh was hurt, and this made Josh want to be older, taller. He wanted to be big. So that night at the amusement park, Josh found a fortune-telling machine, and he made a wish to be big. The next day when Josh woke up, he felt unsettled. He went to the mirror, and looking back at him was a 30-year-old man. Josh had gotten his wish, and he was big. But when he went to tell his mother what had happened, to his surprise, his mother did not believe it was him, and he left home. He then sought out his friend, Billy Kopecki, and with Billy's help, Josh went to find his way in an adult world. But at first, seeing it from a 12-year-old's point of view. Josh may not have been ready to make his own way, but sometimes we don't have a choice. Josh would change his ways based on his experiences in this different world. Why would someone leave or want to leave home in the first place? Thinking about our youth, we all lived in our family home until we got married or went to college or took a job where we would then move out. We left for that new life away from our family home, away from the ways, the demands, the beliefs of what we grew up with. We wanted to get away to live our own ways, our own lives. This includes our religion. Many young people fall away from the church. They feel church is not necessary, as they want freedom and believe as their life progresses that they are doing okay without it. They may leave because they disagree with what the church teaches. So they stop going to church, or they may choose to go to a church but with another religion. People are always reevaluating their lives, and this is what helps us to determine for what we search. We have to question things, or we cannot learn. Questioning, searching, debating, all good things when it's done. Yet it's best with balance. That balance usually comes with that of others. When ideas are exchanged and reasoning comes in, beliefs are solidified. This period of leaving home and learning what the world is like away from family and church, the Amish refer to as rumspringa. We, of a certain age, used to call it finding ourselves. Today, you can look yourself up online to find yourself, or at least what others think of you. Appropriately, it's called ego surfing. I'm not sure that's going to give you what you want, but when you read what others think of you, it certainly makes for some self-awareness. And self-awareness, though, is what Josh needed from his friend Billy. So Josh could question and search with a realistic view. Billy was to help Josh find out what he ultimately wanted. Should Josh continue this life of a 30-year-old or go back to his family, but with mature ideas and being more self-aware? Our job, those of us who are older, who have determined what is right for us, we are to welcome home those who left and welcome them without judgment. To help us do that, we could think about the period when we left home in order to find our lives, our truths. We obviously came back because we're sitting here today. We should ask, why did we come back? What led us back? Who welcomed us? Once we find those answers, it's our turn to help those who left and are to come back. To share that welcome with those who have left and not judge as to what they are or what they found while they were gone. Those of us who've been through it, we have the experience and the knowledge of what it's like. Those of us who have not left but always stayed in the vineyard working, so to speak, still need to welcome back the travelers. So how can we welcome back those who are searching? If you remember Josh's mother at the end of the film, she welcomed him back with total joy. Jesus raised the young man back to life because he's telling the young people who have left the church they are welcome back. He is telling us that we, too, are to bring these young people back, those who have left the family, left the church. But he's also telling those young people who are still here, who have not left, to come alive in the church. Those who leave and come back usually do so with a new spirit. Those that are still here but maybe somewhat passive in their faith, Jesus is telling those young people to awake from any apathy that has closed their eyes and their ears to the Word and to wake up and to be a lively part of this church. Actually, this can go for everyone. There is reason and there is room for everyone. Josh Baskin thought being big, skipping the rite of finding his way, to be the answer to all his problems. But he found he had to make the finding oneself trip to discover what he really wanted. The Amish Room Springer occurs to help young adults journey to find the way. We need, or we needed, to find our way. And once we have done so, we are encouraged to help others. Jesus raised the young man in public for all to see, to make a statement. He helped the young man come alive, and we are asked to help others come back, come alive. A community to support all to come alive and live in our faith family.